Hi, I'm sci-fi and fantasy author Michael LaVoice, aka LaVoice in your head. And I'm finna talk nerdy with you. A question that has come to me lately. Co-authoring. How does that work? Well, since I've been involved in more than one co-author gig, and I've worked as a ghost writer, which is a similar process, some people have asked me to quantify how the process works. The answer is that, at least for me, it's been different with each client. One client had me write just space battles and double check his accuracy in military matters, since I'm a veteran. I got partial credit on that one with a pen name that I am under an NDA not to disclose, so no, I won't be telling you what the project was. The next client provided outlines for 2 out of 3 books in a series that I was to write, and I had editorial support, supervision from his editorial staff the whole way. Then they asked me to do the last book in the series, outline and all, from scratch, which was cool. I mean, I learned so much from those guys. Really good folks. It wasn't until I got together with Peter Stanley, author of the Cav Dev Cycle from Three Ravens Publishing, that I really did my first co-write. We did a short story together, The Fate of the Babylon Rose, that introduced the SARCOM universe. That was published in an anthology called Face the Storm. And then we decided on the process for book 1 of the series that was going to follow it, and here's how it worked. Peter wrote a novella, somewhere between 45 and 49,000 words, I don't quite remember. And then there were obvious spots in it that he wanted me to expand, and then he gave it to me. I took it and expanded it where he wanted, and then I identified some things that I thought would make the story better and asked if I could do those. And he said, basically, go for it. So I did, and the result was SARCOM Book 1, Silent Stars, Rising Shadows. And then I picked up a ghost client who had an idea and an overall concept, but wanted me to produce an outline. And then once he approved the outline, I was going to write the novel from that. That was a cool project. That was a lot of fun. Now on book 2 of SARCOM, Peter has provided more of an outline for that with a few scenes scattered through it rather than the full-blown novella like he did for book 1. Book 3 will likely be a similar process. And then my next co-author gig after that will be working from an outline provided by the author that came up with the idea. So in between then and now, I had a guy who had a crap ton of notes and partial outlines for a series, as well as a completed first novel in the series that he wrote with someone else. And he needed help organizing it all into an outline for the rest of the series. So I did that and provided the outlines that he is now going to tweak and expand and then start writing. So I did that with more ghost work than co-authoring on that one. The point is, just like your own process for writing, there's as many ways to do this as there are authors doing it. Find a groove that works for you and get in there. You're not going to know what works for you and your writing partner until you try it. Will there be kinks to work out? Sure. But like they say, 2 heads are better than 1. Unless it's a dragon. See you next time.